So it is a blistering hot sunny day. I was going to mention it in my last vlog that it was hot, which it was yesterday, but it's cloudy. Today it's blisteringly hot, and I've decided to bring Cuddles and my mum to Dover because there's new things to look at and new things to see. Although this is the shopping centre bit, St James's shopping centre, St James's Park, something like that. Anyway, yeah, it's very hot. One of the things that attracted me to come here, one of the things that I wanted to come and see, was a new water feature. There used to be a big fountain in the square. That got taken away years ago because it used to get dumped in, it was a bit of a waste. And I've just spent 10 million quid on a new mist creating ring, or mist creating rings. Something different. And it's definitely quite cooling. You definitely feel the cool air as you walk through. It's just, I thought it'd be a lot wetter than this. Well, McDonald's is gone. That's, yeah, used to be there. There does seem to be rather a lot of arcade or gaming shops as well, though. Jackpots, casinos, that sort of stuff. And also strange, dark little alleyways. It's not a Diagon alley as such, is it? Just leads back out onto the high street. It's different. Ta-da! So believe it or not, many years ago I used to work down here. There was a Curry's. There used to be a Marks and Spencer's, which is next to me now. It's not now, it's now B&M. I used to buy prawn shells and a Scotch egg virtually every day for lunch, which was a bit sad. Strangely enough, this year Marks and Spencer's has discontinued the prawn shells, which is really annoying because they're really nice. And I've been buying them since I was about 17, 18. So yeah, that's annoying. I don't come down here very often. This is probably the second time I've been down here in about 10 years, maybe. So, changes, but then it doesn't change. It's weird. But I'm no rush to sort of get down here every year. So, we'll see. So, now I'm going to talk about some technical junk, or technical bits and bobs. When I was in Dover, I was filming with the GoPro Hero 5, which is a bit old now. As you know, they're now up to a GoPro Hero 10, so we are a bit behind, but the reason being it can sit in a mount. It's smaller, it is waterproof, so in case I did go through that thing and it was all watery and wet, this would have been okay. Stabilisation's a bit better, that sort of stuff, so use this. Now with the GoPro I've got 7 batteries. Why 7? Well, when I got it I got 3 with it. You got the original one, which was the GoPro one here. This is the original battery that came with it. The guy who sold it to me also sent me 2 other batteries as well, so I got 2 extra batteries with it as well as the original, so I ended up with 3 when I first got it. I then bought the charger for it, and when I bought the charger I got 2 extra batteries with the charger because the charger was better price if you bought it with 2 more batteries. So I ended up with 5. Then my work did a deal, I don't know, some time ago, and I bought 2 original batteries. I think it was about 4 quid for the both because they were clearance and they were trying to get rid of them because obviously it fits up to the Hero 7, I think. So this does Hero 5, 6 and 7, but no further. So they wanted to get rid of them, so they reduced them down to about, I think it's 4 quid for the 2, when they're supposed to be about 15 to 20 quid each. So I ended up with 7 batteries, which is always handy, because the cheap ones you get, these things, don't always last as long as the original, so they're not quite as good a quality. So I thought I'd go through and charge them or check them the other day after I was in Dover. Because as I said with the drone issue in the last video where I realised that I hadn't charged the battery for the phone, it's always worth making sure you've got your charge in your batteries before you go out the next time. So come back, checked them. Most of the batteries, well, 3 of the batteries did need a charge, but 2 of the batteries were struggling to fit into the GoPro. They didn't go in the slot so well. Now, it's just a word of warning. I've seen this before. Some batteries you'll be very, very hard pushed to see it in here. you can't really see it, but some batteries actually overheat and then they expand. So the battery gets a little bit bigger, it gets fatter. And the same goes for this one. These two batteries have both got fatter, so they don't actually fit properly into the GoPro. And eventually they will expand to a point where they could possibly explode. So these have got to go away safely and be chucked properly. But they do have that habit. Batteries, if they get to an extreme temperature, and sometimes 7 batteries in a bag, which sometimes sits in the car and it's been hot recently, it could be a reason that they would get overly hot and they would start to expand. But they do also expand with age, because these things are full of acid. The acid gets old and it basically, it just, as I said, it expands and the batteries eventually don't work anymore. If you have a mobile phone that takes a battery, or anything else that takes a battery, and the battery is always feeling a little bit fat, it's slightly put on weight, then it's time to get rid of it. Don't keep it. It's not safe anymore. It is time to chuck it. And on a lighter note, something else that's just a little bit just as annoying, really. Hello Panda biscuits. You get a massive, great big box. The packet inside is normally about that big, and you only get a handful of biscuits, which is really annoying. But I do love them, but they're really, really annoying that you only get a handful. So just something that just annoys me, and I thought I'd put it in the video. Thanks a lot.